Hi everyone, it's Kadena here, and it is after 10, pretty late. But I've had a few people request some more information from my morning's post, so I wanted to do that. And thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I appreciate the comments, which is fabulous. I'm super easy to get a hold of. So if you ever do want to email me, I've been using lifewineandcupcakes@gmail.com. Although my daughter, who is 20 and is way better at social media than I am, thinks that I shouldn't be using that because that's my personal platform and kind of my whole life platform and fun and goofy and crazy stuff and not so professional. So I do all my flowers and my wedding coordination and event planning and etiquette and consulting through Jen and Lizzie. So she thinks that I should do everything through Jen and Lizzie. So maybe you should send me an email at Jen and Lizzie. I don't know. Anyway, so a couple things that I wanted to chat about. That is not what I wanted to chat about, by the way. You're fabulous. Thanks for tuning in. I hope your Monday was great. Mine was amazing, and I had a lot of fun. I'm praying for a girlfriend who had some surgery, and she is fabulous. So I want her to have a super speedy recovery. But a couple things that I'm, just wanted to touch base on. Everybody seems to be, a little behind the eight ball. And if you're not a super organized person, that's okay. That's okay. But what I would encourage you to do is think about everything a month, at least 4 weeks in advance. So I'm starting to already think about Halloween. And I love Halloween. Got to get everything out of storage, dust it off, clean it. Even though I put it away clean, it's been in there for 12 months. So we need to do that, right? And then I'm also thinking about Thanksgiving and kind of doing menus in my head because I try not to do the exact same thing because the same people are coming every year. But I have an organization, and I've had some people ask me about that, and I will totally touch that. But if you are a parent, with whether you have little ones or now I have older ones, people ask me, like, you were single for 10 years. How did you do it without, having totally gray hair and becoming a drunk? Well, let me tell you, put the kids to bed, have a glass of wine. Life will be better. But don't rely on that, by the way. That's a no-no. But it is okay to celebrate you and to take care of you. Amen. Do that. Spend time with God. Spend time on yourself. Work out, whatever it is. But because I allowed my kids to do, they were in activities. They had horseback riding lessons. They went to camp. They, were in basketball and soccer and gymnastics and swim, and oh my gosh, at the Y we were in everything. So I would encourage you to have a command center. That's what I have. I use a whiteboard because I like to recycle, so to speak. The other thing that I have is many different colors. So everybody has a color, and we have the family color is black, but everybody else has a color. The other thing I do is I have a magnet. I hot glued a magnet to the back of it, so I don't ever lose my fun little pens. Okay, so super easy. Just hot glue a little magnet strip. You can get it at Michael's for a couple bucks, or probably even the dollar store. Hot glue this sucker, and life is good because you always know where your pens are. And it also allows them some responsibility, so they can go up there, and if you want to go to a friend's house, I need to see it on the board or it's not happening. If you have a project due and you need mom's help, put it on the board. And you don't have to write Riley. I just know that pink is you and purple's Rebecca. Like, this is not rocket science, but it gives them a sense of responsibility, which is great. That's what they need. And it keeps you organized, which is great. And if it's not on the board, it's not happening. And that also allows you boundaries, which are super great, right? Next, I wanted to talk a little bit about the organization. Apparently, I hit a hot topic, and everybody's freaking out about this organization that I do, and I don't know why. We're talking about my cupboards, which is hilarious. But what I do is about October, mid-October, I call my mom and I say, hey, Mom, today's the day we're going to do this. I mean, we kind of touch base and know we're going to call and do this, right? And we go through our cupboards and we take a look at our cupboards. And if I've got 4 cans of green beans and she's got 2 cans of green beans, I stick them in a box. And or like a Rubbermaid, and then I've got a can of cream of mushroom, you've got a can of cream of mushroom, So we figure out who's got what, and then we figure out the recipes that we're working on. Of course, we have our traditionals, but then somebody wants to get crazy. Usually that's me. Try something new. Sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's not. It happens. They didn't like my corn medley. I thought it was great, but nobody liked it but me, so that's okay. I won't bring that back next year or this year. So go through and just print off of, you go to Google and type in Thanksgiving holiday items for a recipe item, something like that. It's so easy. I put mine on an Excel spreadsheet. If you want me to send it out, email me. I'll totally send it to you. But it's really easy. I have a friend who's even more organized than I am. I won't name her name. And she has things listed by store and item. It's crazy awesome. I'm not that organized, but yay for her, because she knows her budget. Anyway, and so do that. And just go through. If you've got 4 cans of green beans, why should you buy another 4 cans of green beans? It makes no sense. I personally don't want to spend money on food. I'm so cheap. I don't want to do that. I'd rather spend money on vacation or shoes or drinks with my friends than on necessities, right, that I already have in the back of my cupboard, and they're going to go bad anyway in like a year, so I might as well use them, right? So it makes sense. Anyway, so that'll keep stress levels down. This is the point, you guys. The point is we're overworked, we're underpaid, we're underappreciated, but and we run businesses and we run households, and we look good and we smell good most of the time. Or if you don't, you're stressed out, you're hating life, you're probably eating too much, you're not exercising enough, and you're not enjoying like the little things. And if that's the case, we have a problem. So I'm saying I've always made room to enjoy everything in life. Like, I don't know how I do it, but I have. And I'm really proud of that. And I think I've raised my kids to really be half glass full kind of gals. I was going to say half-ass, but that's not what I meant. But half glass full kind of girls. And the reason is because life happens. Sometimes it's ugly. Sometimes it's not pretty. It's really how you handle those things. But do you want to be stressed out on Halloween because you're stitching up a costume that you waited till the last minute to deal with? No. Do you want to have 20 people at your house and be the only person making dinner and cleaning up? No. It's okay to say, hey, folks, I'm so glad you're coming. We're providing the turkey and stuffing and the wine. What would you like to bring? It's okay. And you can pause and think about it. Or you can say, hey, I'm so excited that you RSVP'd to Thanksgiving dinner. I've got the turkey and the stuffing and the wine. Don't forget the wine. And I've got, these 3 side dishes. Would you like to bring a dessert? That would be great. It's okay to say that. It really is. You're not crossing a line. Now, if this is your husband's boss, do not ask him to bring anything, okay? You got it. You don't need, but if this is your cousin, who's usually a mooch, it's okay to ask her to bring something, all right? Now, I remember we had some friends, and every time we had a party, they would bring their own alcohol. I thought that was the weirdest thing ever. But getting to know her and chatting with her, she said, that's just where I come from. That's what you do, is you bring your own alcohol and you drink your own alcohol. I'm thinking, sister, I got plenty of alcohol here for you to drink. But that's okay. If that's what you want to do, great, good for you. I was raised where you don't show up without something. Okay, usually it would be a bottle of wine, but if my mom's involved, it was probably an amazing dessert because that's just how she rolled. Seriously. Pumpkin roll, Yule log, amazing, something decadent that you would die to eat and wish you had more, and you wish you could eat more without gaining 100 pounds. That's the way I was raised. And so I really want to bring that back. Like, don't make it's not difficult. I'm not asking you to be Betty Crocker or Martha Stewart. What I'm asking you to do is just think about things. Pick something up. Go to the Met Market. They have amazing, divine things. And nobody cares if you made it from scratch. Really, they don't. Or you could be like Sandra Lee and you could do the half. I had to box, but then I made it all frou-frou because whatever she's making looks amazing. But the point is, be organized and have fun. Don't run to the store on your way somewhere and buy something stupid that you show up and you feel like a schlup. Okay? Don't do that. Be organized. Think about it ahead of time. You have time. You do. In Europe, they go to 5 different frickin' stores every single day to buy their food. It's amazing. They're also super skinny and they eat really well and they live really, really well. So if they can do it, you can do it, right? It's not rocket science. All right. So talked your ear off. Just PM me. It's so much easier than email. And keep the questions coming. Love them. I haven't heard that anybody hates my humor. If you don't like it, just turn it off or put a little down arrow or whatever. I don't really care. But I know I'm helping some people because people keep emailing me. So must be going well. All right. Talk to you later. Ciao.